Don't forget, this is Lube. Doing some new series here. Yu-Gi-Oh! Playing Yu-Gi-Oh! On duelingnetwork.com. If you don't know, this is a site where you can use whatever cards you want and play some good old-fashioned Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! So, if it's not your thing, don't worry. All my other series will be finished and continued. It's going to be something whenever, I'm just going to throw it out there, try to get in the YouTube, Yu-Gi-Oh! Community. And maybe some of you guys will enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! If you don't already. Get into it, and some of you guys who already play Yu-Gi-Oh! Can help me out and help me make this deck a little bit better. But I'm going to start this series off for doing some deck profiles of what the cards I have, so maybe you guys can give me some tips and some pointers on where I can improve the deck. And just kind of go through the meta, and I was thinking since 3 new support cards were added for Harpies, I might as well start with Harpie ladies, and I cannot wait for the Phantom Beast planes to get added to Duel Network. I will do that as soon as they come out, but I don't believe they're out yet. Because the Harpies, you can see their artwork isn't even finished on the new cards. It's still kind of grainy. So let's start with the deck profile. We have 3 Kamakuri number 1s. I use him over Birdface, because Birdface only has 1 target, and Kamakuri can automatically get you a Channeler, or you can just deck thin and get himself. So that's why I use him over Birdface. And then Genix Birdman, he's a tuner, so you can add some synchro ability to the deck. And if you say you have a Channeler and a Harpie on the field, and you need to, and then you draw into Birdman, so you need to get a Harpie into your hand to discard, you can use Birdman's effect, and then as an added little bonus, you get plus 500 attack, because basically every other monster is wind except for Sangan. And then Channeler, the MVP, the best card of the deck, the card that makes this deck now a viable option. Discard 1 Harpie, except Harpie's brother, special summon 1 Harpie, except Harpie's brother or Channeler herself. And if you control a dragon, this becomes level 7. So a nice little play is to discard, use Harpie's Channeler's effect to special summon Harpie's pet dragon, because you can, because it just says any Harpie monster, and Harpie's pet dragon is a Harpie monster. So from there, you can then synchro overlay for a 7, and you can attack with Big Eye. Or you can just attack with Harpie's pet dragon as a beat stick, because he might be over 2600 of Big Eye. But if you need to get rid of an opponent's monster, that's a quick way to do it. And then you get 3 Harpie ladies, Harpie Lady 1, 2 Harpie Lady 1s, and 1 Harpie Lady 2. Harpie Lady 2 just to take care of things like Raikou, or just flip effect cards that you don't really want on the field. Snowman Eater. And then just take note that you cannot have more than 3 cards that say always treated as Harpie Lady. So you can't have 3 1s and 3 2s. That's the only cards that you can have in the deck. You can only have 3 of. Besides Sisters, you can only have 3 total of Cyber Harpie Lady, Harpie Lady, Lady 1, 2, and 3. Because they all say is always treated, his card's name is, yeah, there's Cyber Harpie Lady counts as an always treated as Harpie Lady. But cards like Harpie's Channeler, you can see that they say only treated in the field or graveyard. Same with Harpie's Queen. So with that, you have to read the card effect and see that Elegant Egotist only affect, you have to have a Harpie Lady. So you can have a Channeler on the field, and then you special summon a Harpie Lady, but you cannot special summon a Channeler or a Queen with Elegant Egotist. That's just I'm going to make sure you all know that before we start playing Harpie Ladies. And then 2 Sisters, kind of a dead draw, but they're better than having Pet Dragon in your hand, because you can special summon them with Egotist from your hand. You can't, with Channeler, the only way to get Pet Dragon out, like, that it's worthwhile is to use Channeler's effect. And you can't special summon him if he's in your hand. So basically, the only thing you can do with him when he's in your hand is use him as the cost for Channeler. And 3 Queen, not only is she a good way to get the Hunting Ground out, but she's a 1900 attacker. And it also treated as Harpie Lady, making her a target for a Hysteric Party. And then 2 Pet Dragon for the play with Channeler, and 1 Sangan to get your Channelers out faster. Or if you need just any Harpie in your deck as a cost for Channeler, and Dark Hole the staple. Elegant Egotist, oh my god, $100,000? Oh god, 10 cents to 100. That has to be some kind of glitch. But either way, This just helps you swarm. You know, obvious, great card, makes the deck along with Channeler. 3 hunting ground, pops back row. I have a ruling question about this. I'll probably do a rulings video with questions about this, because it says destroy 1 card. It doesn't. It says it makes it seem to be mandatory. So if there was no other Harpies in the field, would you have to destroy itself? That's if anyone knows the answer to that question, please inform me. 1 heavy, and then 1 hysteric sign. This is searches out. This is one of the new support cards. Searches out egotist, and then you can add 3 Harpies with different names at the end phase. So this can help you get a ton of targets for Channeler. I found a problem with, because there's not enough. This deck would be probably top tier if you could have as many of these Harpie ladies as you wanted. Because at this point, like, you can only have 3, so that means, like, it's just so hard to get enough Harpie ladies, because you can keep getting Harpie ladies, because you can use Channeler, you can get a synchro, like, each play, like, you don't always have the cards you need to make the best possible play. So sometimes you have to, like, default to, like, the just getting a Harpie lady out, and you don't have enough, because then you get ones for, like, Flaming Karakuri. There's just not enough Harpie ladies. You need more. So I mean, if some of these cards were treated as always Harpie lady, and they were still didn't count as Harpie lady in the deck, I mean, if they just changed that wording, I think this deck could be even could be very good. But right now, it still has some flaws, so it's just an okay deck. But I enjoy playing it a lot more than, like, Inzectors. So there's 1 reborn, 2 MST, because you can MST the hysteric sign and get the effect. Because once you search egotist, you can only get that search once. It's kind of like tanky. And then Pot of Avarice, just because when you have the Harpies in your graveyard, you really want to get them back in your deck so you can redo the plays with Channeler plays and things like that. 1 bottomless. Hysteric Party, I put 2 in, even though it's continuous, so you can use it more than once. And just a tip, you can discard a Harpie as the cost, and then special summon it. If it's Queen or Channeler or one of the Harpie ladies, you can special summon it. Again, even though you use it as the cost. So 2 of those, because I mean, you want to make sure you can get those, because you're always going to have cards in the graveyard that you're going to want to use and need, because I found that it lacks consistency, because you can't do plays over and over because you run out of Harpies. And then Icarus Attack, because I need 2 of them, because this deck has a problem getting over monsters, and because, like, the highest attack you can do is with Harpie Lady's Sisters. Oh, I skipped Ecstasy Spark. I mean, you just makes it 27 beater, but I mean, that's, like, as high as you can get, and that's not really even that high when Harpie Lady's Sisters can't even be normal summoned. Like, I mean, there are vanilla monsters with more attack than this. And the Mirror Fortress with the defense. These are just the cards I'm experimenting with in the side deck. I mean, you could put some more D-prisons in here, or the Solemn Brigade for the MSTs. And then some Synchros. Ancient Fairy Dragon works well with the Hunting Grounds. Black Rose, blow up the field. Stardust, I mean, you could reborn a monster to make this easier, because I don't think you can in the deck. But I also I was fiddling around with Starlight Road. And then Direwolf works well, kind of like Icarus Attack. Excuse me. And then Gaga Cowboy. He's good if you just need to finish him off, because him and Mirage Dragon can both do direct damage. And 2 Mirage Dragon and 2 Plover. Mirage Dragon is the new XYZ, and he can attack directly when he has a material. Excuse me. What the fuck? I'm sucking on some dick. You can, at the end of each turn, you discard an XYZ. But so you can basically attack twice directly, unless he's destroyed. And he has to be the target for any Harpies. So you can kind of protect your Harpies with him, and then if he survives, then you can attack directly. So for 4,000. So I like 2 of them, because sometimes, like, the plays are really situational, whether you want him or Plover to return a card to the top of the deck. Because he works well against Plover, works well with Zen mains, and Mirage Dragon works well if there's, like, a monster you just need to finish him off. Because I mean, you can easily do this twice a game, so you can easily just do at least 4,000 damage here, and then maybe you can do it twice. That's 8,000. And then Plover, if you have Zen mains, you can get over Zen mains, whatever. Maestro looks pretty good. Big Eye is the play with Harpie's Pet Dragon and the Channeler. And then Utopia and Photon, Zen mains, whatever. You can't really go in the rank 3s that easily. It's possible, but I don't know why you would with Sangan and Birdman. So I think I'm going to take out Leviathan. We're going to put in a second Big Eye because I have 2 Pet Dragons. So that's the deck. Tell me if you think you can see any improvements, any questions, and I'll probably make a video about questionable rulings, and we'll see how that goes. And then I'll post some duels with this if you'd like that. So tell me if you want to see some duels with this deck. It's pretty popular right now. I'm really enjoying it, and tell me you want some more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, and hopefully I record some more Call of Duty tonight. And remember, stay lubricated, and talk to you guys later.